So this next topic, set this up for us. So you were scrolling the web and you seen Bleacher Report talking about Cedric Tillman, and I assume they go through at this time of the year. Training camp is around the corner, and they find different rankings for each team. And for the Cleveland Browns, it was the most promising building block, and it was one Cedric Tillman. Now we all know Cedric Tillman balled out when he had his opportunities last year with Jameis Winston at quarterback, and you see overall what he's done for his career. Not over the top impressive anything to wow you, but I think anybody who has watched him play can see that there's a ton of potential there, and we just kind of waiting on him to put it all together. When you look at Cedric Tillman at wide receiver, former wide receiver yourself, what's your initial thoughts of him, his game, just how he go about his business, etc.?
Love him. I actually love the potential I see in him. I think he's a good route runner. I think he's explosive. I think he's a very good complement to Jerry Judy. The only thing is, I wish we would have seen more last year. He had struggled with some concussions after that, but his first three games, I believe, with Jameis were outstanding. And he made plays over and over again, made some tough catches. But he's a smooth guy. He knows how to get open, knows how to create separation. So I see the potential in him. It is about him putting multiple games together and seeing how this year go. But definitely, I think he can be a really good talent in the NFL for a good amount of time.
Yeah, I look at this dude, man. Even Marvin Harrison Jr., if you look at pictures of him from his rookie season to his second season, he even had to grow into his NFL body. And it
Mhm.
seemed like Cedric Tillman kind of came into the league, built like already an NFL wide receiver. The few pictures and videos I saw of him this offseason when he was available, he looks a little slimmer. He looks a little lighter on his feet. But this tells me that he worked on acceleration and speed during this previous offseason. I think if he can stay healthy and put it all together, I think there's some talent there. And the games with Jameis, he had 21 catches, 255 yards, and 3 touchdowns over those 3 games with Jameis Winston. And so you talk about quarterbacks with big arms that's going to stretch the field. We all know what Joe Flacco is about. And this is kind of music to Joe Flacco's ears to be able to have a guy that he's worked with already in the past. And, I remember during those closing games of that season, during his rookie season, Cedric Tillman was struggling with route running, in particular inside the red zone. And you would see Joe Flacco over there pretty much on his ass working with him. And so I think that chemistry and that past relationship, I think it helps him as well. But this is a young man that, going into year 3, I think if healthy, he has an opportunity to put it all together and possibly solve one of those wide receiver issues with the for the Cleveland Browns, because I mean you're in a room and there's not really much competition, to be honest with you, and I don't say that to slight anybody that's there, but you just look at that position group like
Mhm.
all together, and it's one of the weaker groups on the entire roster, if we're being totally honest. So you get a chance to go in there and really kind of like solidify yourself as the number 2 wide receiver. I mean, you up against guys like Jamari Thrash and Deontay Johnson. So I mean, this dude, if he can put it all together, I think it'll be sweet.
It's gonna be a great year for him. He can put it. Year 3 in the league is around the time for a receiver. If you haven't already, it slows down for you. You know how to be a pro. You know how to take care of your body. You know what's expected. He's been with the same offensive head coach the last 3 years. Flacco's familiar with him, so I expect some big things from him. Honestly, if he can just stay healthy and stay on the field, he should have a pretty good year.